Hey guys, for those of you who just went back to school or are just about to start back up at school, I hope all of your teachers are nice and you have a good semester. Since it is back to school season, I wanted to make a quick little video about how to stay fit in school, because I actually was able to get into the best shape of my life in my senior year of college. So I think I know a thing or two about staying fit in school, because I worked my butt off in school and was still able to have a nice little baby six pack showing, so I have a little bit of experience in this area. I asked you guys on Instagram what the biggest things that you struggle with in terms of getting fit in school are, and the two most frequent things were finding the time to work out and figuring out how to eat healthy. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. As far as finding time to work out goes, the thing that I think helped me the most was actually treating my time in the gym like a class. Like, it wasn't optional, it was an obligation, something that I just had to do, not something that I had to find the time to do, or something that I had to find the motivation to do, or something that I could just not go to for a week. When you look at the gym as something that you just have to do, like going to class, as opposed to something that you kind of have the option to do, it becomes a lot easier to just go do it. One of the best ways to make sure you can look at it this way is to schedule it at a time that works best for you. So for me personally, when I was in school, I knew that once I started classes, I would start getting so caught up in class and stressed out about homework that I would decide not to go to the gym because I would have too much to do. So I decided to go first thing in the morning, every day before class, no matter what time my class started at. I would get up in the morning, change, brush my teeth, and just walk straight to the campus gym, go work out, and then from there just go straight to class. And then that way, by the time I got to class, I was wide awake and full of energy for my workout. I wasn't like falling asleep at my desk because I had just woken up. It not only made me more fit, but it also gave me the energy and the motivation to get through the rest of my day. But that was in college. In high school, I personally didn't really know or care about fitness in high school, so I didn't actively go to the gym. But if I were to go back and redo it, I would not be getting up before class to go to the gym in high school. I am not a morning person. I had to get up at 6:30 to get to school on time. I was not about to get up at like 5 a.m. to go to the gym. So in high school, what would have worked best for me is to get up, go to class, go straight to the gym right after class before I even go home. Because I know that if I would have just gone home after going to class, there's no way that I would have found the motivation to actually go to the gym afterwards. I would have started my homework and then gotten so stressed about how much homework I had and just never done it. So just schedule your workout for what works best for you and your style of working, and then treat it like a class. For a lot of people, this is going to result in having to work out right after class, and I know that for a lot of people this means you're going to be very mentally exhausted because school is draining. Even if the classes are really boring, that even makes it more draining in my opinion. So I know I have criticized taking pre-workout before, but I think that this would be a situation where taking pre-workout could be potentially something that you might want to look into, because if one option is to not take pre-workout, be too exhausted, and skip the gym every single day, versus the other option of taking pre-workout and finding the motivation to go to the gym because you feel super hyped from the pre-workout, then obviously taking the pre-workout is going to be beneficial, even if the pre-workout itself isn't particularly beneficial. If it gets you to the gym, then it's doing a lot better than not taking it. And then I also think you kind of have to be real with yourself. And I know a lot of people might be like, Marissa, no, like, I have no time. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know that I thought I was working all of the time and that I had no time. And then I decided to really take a look at how many times I checked Facebook and Tumblr while I was studying, and realized how much of my study time I was wasting on things that were completely irrelevant and got me nowhere. If you spend a grand total of half an hour checking Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, etc. over the course of the like 4 or 5 hours that you're studying or doing homework, then you have time to get a workout in. You don't have to have the time to do a whole hour-and-a-half workout in order to make it worth doing a workout. Doing a 20 to 30 minute workout every day is so much better than not working out at all. Speaking of which, if you are someone who loves to work out for an hour to an hour and a half, like 5 days a week, make sure you have like a few short workouts or alternative workout options up your sleeve in case something does come up and you really genuinely don't have time to get that workout in. A great way to get in a super effective short workout is just to pick 2 compound exercises, one for lower body and one for upper body, and just do 3 sets of 8 to 12 of that. It'll get your heart rate up, it'll get your entire body moving and engaged, it'll make sure that your muscles are activating that day, and it'll be a lot better than just completely skipping your workout and not moving at all that day. Or, you know, if the gym is like 15 minutes away, that's an extra half hour of travel time, you don't have time to do that, then do an at-home workout. I posted a full body at-home resistance style workout on my channel that you can do from the comfort of your own home, and it'll be really quick. Getting active, even for a short amount of time, is going to be so much better than being sedentary and sitting in class and then studying all day. So we good on that? Treat your workout like a class and realize that movement will make you more efficient and will actually help you retain more information. Cool? Cool. Moving on to nutrition. My biggest tip is to meal prep in bulk. When I was in college, I would have sorority meetings every Sunday night. I would come home from that and make a giant pot of oatmeal for the week for my breakfast, and then just take little bits of it with me to school every day. It would take me like 15 to 20 minutes, and then I was set for the rest of the week to make sure that my first meal of the day would be healthy and nutritious. Other things you can prep are like egg cups for breakfast. You can also just make a giant pot of rice, grill up some chicken or other meat, portion out some frozen veggies so that you can just toss them in a pan when you want to cook them up. Just prep all of your big bulk items on the weekends so that they're ready to go and throw into containers when you want them during the week. So in high school, I know that eating healthy can be very difficult, mostly because for most people, your parents are the ones that are buying the food and in charge of what you eat, essentially. If you do have parents that are buying a bunch of junk food, which is making it really difficult for you to reach your goals and just generally feed your body in a healthy way, I highly recommend doing a little bit of research, finding some studies or finding some resources to show them, and then sitting down with them and having a real discussion about what your goals are, why you want to be healthy, and what they can do to help. And actually have like kind of an outline of what they can do and practical suggestions for them. I don't know what your family situation is, what might be going on, but if you do your research, you should be able to find some viable options. If you're in college, there are likely some regulations and systems surrounding food. It's kind of different for every school, so I can't really address all of the different options, but for me, as a freshman, everyone had to be on some sort of meal plan. So I essentially was already obligated to pay to be able to eat in the dining halls every day. And it's really easy to see dining halls as a place full of temptation, because often they have a lot of ice cream and french fries and all of that good stuff. But what my strategy was to find a really good healthy option that I really enjoyed, and then kind of stick to that, and also add in a few treats here and there. So my main staple meal freshman year of college was a giant salad. Like, I would take a plate, fill it with a bunch of greens, and then top it with basically everything at the salad bar. I would top it with, you know, the shredded carrots, the garbanzo beans, the kidney beans, basically every bean, corn, peas, nuts, seeds, dried fruit, and then I'd put some ranch dressing on it, which, you know, is not the healthiest option, but that giant salad with all of those nutrients plus a little bit of ranch dressing is gonna be a lot better than pizza and french fries. And then my dining hall usually also had grilled chicken, so I'd throw some of that on top, and about 2 to 3 days a week maybe, I would get a plate of french fries on the side, which I would eat after my salad, or I'd get like a grilled cheese because they had gluten-free bread and I was really excited about that, so I'd get a grilled cheese on the side if I finished my salad and then eat that afterwards. So staying healthy freshman year for me was really all about balance and not restricting myself, but pursuing healthy options at the same time. And then sophomore year, I moved into my sorority house where we had a chef who would cook dinners for us on school nights. It was usually pretty basic. There would be a protein, some veggies, a starchy carb, usually something kind of unhealthy as well. That was usually pretty easy for me to work around, especially because we kept our leftovers, and so if there was something from the previous dinner that I could add to that dinner to make it like a complete meal, I could just do that. So senior year, when I was the most fit I've ever been, I was eating oatmeal and a protein shake for breakfast after I worked out, and then for lunch I would usually get something around campus, which usually ended up being some sort of quinoa bowl full of veggies and a protein, because there was a place that I really liked that would just like make quinoa bowls right there for you, and it was really cool, so I would go there all the time. And then I would get home from class and I would have a snack, usually a plate of veggies and hummus and some like a deli turkey roll-ups. And then dinner was always at 6 p.m. so I would have that, and then usually rush off to class to get to my 7 p.m. class, and then come home. And once I started intermittent fasting, I don't think I snacked when I got home, but before that, I would have a snack, maybe have a little bit of a dessert or something like that, and that was pretty much my day almost every day. And so that worked really well for me. However, it was probably not the most budget-friendly option when it came to eating healthy. But when you are on a tight budget and you're trying to eat healthy, it's so important to remember that health is not all or nothing. You don't need superfoods or adaptogens. All of your food does not have to be organic. All of your meat does not have to be grass-fed, pasture-raised. Eating eating like vegetables that are non-organic and meat that's factory farmed is still gonna be so much better for you than having like pizza and french fries and donuts and ramen every single day. The way that I eat today, where I try to avoid pretty much any overly processed ingredient that I don't know where it's sourced from, that's not organic, is not the only way to be healthy. It's not necessary to be a healthy, fit person. Don't worry about avoiding all of the lecithins and the gums and stuff if the stuff with that stuff in it is a lot cheaper. You don't need expensive, fancy foods. You know, rice, beans, and chicken is a pretty darn healthy, complete meal. Dump some salsa on top, buy a bunch of frozen veggies at Target. I was just in the frozen veggie aisle at Target the other day, and there are some great options there. Oats and eggs are also both very cheap, healthy options for breakfast. Health doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to get caught up in all of the hoopla surrounding the newest superfood that probably isn't more super than things that you can get cheaper at the grocery store. Did you know that acai is actually not more super than blueberries, but they charge so much more for it because it's a superfood? Anyway, I'll get off my little soapbox for now and move on to finals and stress, because those are super fun. During finals week, or like the 2 weeks surrounding finals, it is absolutely okay to change your routine. For most people, finals week is pretty darn stressful. You tend to lose a lot of sleep. You tend to be just like super crazy all the time. You don't need to throw in super intense workouts on top of that, because that's just gonna majorly stress your body out even more. So what you should focus on during finals week is prioritizing sleep. I know that's really difficult, but if you plan ahead and make sure you're consistently getting enough sleep, you'll be able to study better, study smarter, and get better grades. And then use the time that you would normally be in the gym to do things that actively de-stress you. For me personally, going to the gym during finals week was pretty necessary, because that really helped me decompress and de-stress and helped me feel much more energetic. But for someone else, taking that hour and instead splitting it up into half an hour of yoga and half an hour of more sleep, or half an hour more of studying, or half an hour more of just sitting back and binge watching a show on Netflix so that you can just let your brain relax for a second, that might be more optimal for you. My point is that it is totally okay to take 2 weeks off from the gym if overall it's going to help you get more sleep, be less stressed, and generally be healthier. Because exercise and going to the gym is only one of 4 pillars of health. You've heard me say this so many times. There's exercise, but there's also nutrition, sleep, and stress. You need to make sure all 4 of those are being optimized to be healthy. And then I am well aware that the stress from finals can trigger a lot of stress snacking and binging on sugary things and all kind of not good eating habits. My biggest tip is to always have a healthy snack right next to you. Something that I like to do when I know that I really want a snack because I'm stressed, not because my body needs food, is to just chop up a bunch of celery and cucumber and carrots and stick it in a bowl in little tiny pieces so that I can like constantly munch and have that like activity that I'm doing to suppress the stress, but it's not at all unhealthy to be snacking on stuff like that. And then keep the sugary things out of reach. If you're in a dorm room, don't keep sugary snacks and sugary foods in your dorm room. Or if you're in high school and you study in your bedroom, do not keep your sugary snacks in your bedroom. That's just a recipe for giving into temptation, and then sugar will make you like super energetic, and then you'll crash, and then you won't be able to study as effectively, and it'll just bad chain reaction of negative things. Just keep the sugar far away. So hopefully that advice can help you get through finals with a little bit more of your health and sanity intact. But I think that's where I'm gonna leave it, because that's pretty much all I have to say for now. I do want to make a second video about school, all about specific like health and fitness hacks to make your brain function better, to like improve your quality of studying and make everything more efficient and stuff like that. So that will be coming out too, sometime hopefully soon. But for now, this is all I got. Hopefully it'll help you get through the first few weeks of going back to school. All that I miss school. I really genuinely miss school. I might go back to school just so I can be in school again. Anyway, it's getting dark, clearly. I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up, because it really does support me and my channel. Please do leave any other school-related fitness tips down in the comments so that we can all share and pool our knowledge and all become smarter together. Please share this video with all of your friends and your family and your fellow classmates. Subscribe for more videos. Hit that notification button so you don't miss those future videos, especially the one all about how to make your brain function better to get better grades in school. And I will see you very soon. Bye.